मिर्जापुर की कास्ट में बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्टर थे जो मुझे बहुत पसंद थे, लेकिन उनके साथ मैं काम नहीं कर पाया। अभी एक एक करके चुन चुन के करूंगा सबके साथ, तो उसमें से पहला ये मैंने कर लिया।
मैं दूसरों के थाली में देखती नहीं हूँ, एंड आई थिंक ये मेरा सुपर पावर है कि मैं कभी भी, मुझे ऐसे कभी नहीं लगता कि अरे उसको क्यों ये मिला, मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला, बिकॉज मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि दूसरों को कुछ मिलने से मुझे जो मिलने वाला है वो कम नहीं होने वाला है।
Hi, my name is Surbhi. I'm from Entertainment Reports, and we have with us the star of an extremely interesting, my personal favorite crime thriller, Murder in Agonda on Amazon MiniTV. Hi, Shriya. Hi, Vikram. Hi, Aasif. How are you?
Hi.
I love your excitement for the show.
I am, like I love Vikram. Like I've literally grown up watching his shows. Like literally, I can actually say that with so much pride. So thank you for that amazing childhood. I love Gumrah, but that's my favorite. Like I used to watch it. Yeah, watch it like crazy. But anyway, so my first question is, of course, for Shreya and Aasif. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys have obviously worked with Amazon before, like both of you in one show. And now it's Murder in Agonda in Amazon Mini TV. Ghar वापसी करके with Amazon the brand, कैसा लग रहा है?
Nice. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है एक्चुअली। मेरे लिए लिटरली मेरे लिए अमेज़न घर जैसे ही है, बिकॉज हमने एक प्रोजेक्ट साथ में किया, उसके अलावा भी मैंने बहुत सारा अमेज़न के लिए किया, तो अमेज़न मेरे लिए बिल्कुल घर जैसा ही है। मुझे तो बड़ा मजा, जब भी मैं अमेज़न के लिए स्पेशली कुछ करता हूँ, ऐसा नहीं कि दूसरे सभी का मजा आता है, लेकिन अमेज़न के साथ एक टीम के साथ ज्यादा मजा आता है मुझे काम करने।
I agree because Asif and I have a good track record with Amazon. Of course, हमने मिलकर किया है एक साथ, but this month I have a release on Prime Video also, a show called Guilty Minds that was just announced yesterday. So Amazon actually, it really supports very good stories, the kind of content that's coming out, and Mini TV in fact is such an accessible platform because firstly it's free and it's on your shopping app. So I was very happy to be part of this format because 5 episodes are matlab of course weekly आएंगी, but otherwise also it's a quick watch. और कभी कभी लोगों को वो 10 एपिसोड्स 1 घंटे के नहीं देखने होते, उनका मन होता है कि to watch something quick. And because our show is a murder mystery, I think people are going to be hooked on and really enjoy it.
I agree with you. Yes, sometimes I think yes, we do need content, which we can watch passively, and yes, fatafat, yes. Of course, yes, very rightly said actually. Vikram, I already told you how much I love Gumrah. Of course, that time I didn't know it was Vikram Rai who directed it. But, like majority of the shows that you've done is around crime, mystery, thriller, things like that. So I would want to know which, is this the reason why Murder in Agonda happened?
You could say that to some extent, but the thing is, unlike my previous shows and the other works that you've seen, so those were like very serious crime and like very, very thorough that way. But this time around, we've tried a different thing altogether. So this is just not a murder mystery, but this is something which is a little light on its note. So it's not like your conventional murder mystery wherein like everybody's like very grumpy and serious about things and going about their work. But it is also about people. It's like about these characters, not only the people who are investigating, but also the ones that are being investigated. So it's like, like a 360 view into their lives. As against, like, looking at it's not like a black and white approach. It is more like like a more personal human approach to to the question at hand. So that is what the entire show is, and so this is quite different in its own way. So it's been like quite something. So I'm like really looking forward for people's reactions to this.
We are also looking forward to actually watch it. I would want to know one more question around it only. Which other genre is your favorite or you look up to actually making?
Genre तो यार सभी अच्छा लगता है, कौन सा अच्छा नहीं लगता. Horror शायद थोड़ा सा, not that I haven't done horror, so I've done horror also, but I've produced them, not directed them. I don't think I want to direct horror because that is a different skill set altogether. But other than that, all genres, I like all genres. I like romance, action, everything. Yeah.
Okay. Aasif and Shreya, you guys have already worked pehle and now this web series. I want to know, as actors, one thing you like and one thing you tolerate about each other's on set.
Well, actually, I feel like we didn't get enough time with each other, so there is nothing that I can say I need to tolerate because जब सब set हो ही रहा था तब shoot खत्म हो गया. So I would love to work with him enough for him to irritate me, so I have to tolerate.
Okay, what do you like about him?
Oh my god, he's just such an easy actor to work with, and because he's so good at his craft, you know there's an actor pulling more out of you, you know.
Yeah.
You because you respect each other, you know that he's bringing something to the table. There are a lot of new things that happen that you perhaps can't anticipate, so that's fun. And in general, I think even as not even as Sarla Sanket, but as Aasif and Shriya also, we've had just a good time talking about everything under the sun. And we didn't have to try too hard, and I think that's what good friendships are about, where you don't have to try too hard. And even if we are not constantly in touch, I know कभी कभार एक voice note कुछ भेज दूंगी, कुछ एक internal joke मार के वो हंसेगा, मैं हंसूंगी. It's just very sweet. Yeah.
Wow, adorable. Aasif, I want to know from you, is there anything you tolerate about her? And of course, we want to know what you like about her.
I think tolerate वाला तो second, third जब हमारा कोई season होगा तब मैं बताऊंगा. अभी तक तो इतना हुआ नहीं. बट हाँ, मतलब पसंद तो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, क्योंकि मैं उनको पहले मेरे से बहुत पहले से काम कर रही हूँ, तो मैं ऑलरेडी बहुत सारा काम उनका देख के आया हूँ, तो मैं तो पहले से बहुत उनका काम पसंद करता हूँ. फाइनली भी हम, क्योंकि मिर्जापुर में हम लोग को साथ में सीन नहीं था.
हाँ.
मिर्जापुर की कास्ट में बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्टर थे जो मुझे बहुत पसंद थे, लेकिन उनके साथ मैं काम नहीं कर पाया. अभी एक एक करके चुन के करूंगा सबके साथ, तो उसमें से पहला ये कर लिया. मतलब काम करने में बहुत उनके साथ मजा इसलिए आता है क्योंकि हर चीज के बारे में, क्योंकि वो बहुत डिटेल में जाती है ना कि ये है तो ये ऐसा क्यों है. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मैं खुद सरप्राइज हो जाता हूँ कि मैंने क्यों नहीं सोचा ये चीज. उससे बहुत सारे नए लेयर्स आती हैं चीजों में. तो आप जब ऐसे किसी एक्टर के साथ काम करते हैं जो कि बहुत ही डिटेलिंग, बहुत ही पैशन के साथ काम करता है, तो काम का फिर मजा दुगना हो जाता है. तो वो उनके अंदर बड़ी अच्छी क्वालिटी है.
पर अगर यही चीज मैं ज्यादा करूँ तो उसे टॉलरेट करना पड़ता है. अगर यही मैं ज्यादा सवाल पूछूं तो फिर
तो श्रेया की क्यूरियोसिटी टॉलरेट करते हैं.
हाँ, इट डिपेंड्स वो कौन से सीन में पूछ रही है. अगर कोई सीन है तो अच्छा लगेगा, अगर मोन्टाज में पूछ रही है तो टॉलरेट.
Okay, Vikram, I would want to know from you also. Then, you know, director is, I think, I'm sure, the person who comes actors से पहले और जाते हैं actors के बाद, because he is the one who is the main man behind any project. So I would want to know from you one thing you like and one thing you tolerate about Shriya and Aasif as actors on set.
Let's start with the liking bit and then we'll come to the tolerating part of it. So liking, see, it's just their commitment towards what they do. It's like basically, see, like we might have not everything goes as per plans on shoots. A lot of things go haywire. So that is something that keeps happening all the time. But you know what? The thing is, like the amount of dedication that Shriya, Aasif, and the other actors also, for that matter. There's Jayat ma'am, there is girl called Fizan, there is Nasir sir, there is this brilliant actor called Swati Das. So you have like all of them, yeah. Like it's just like the amount of professionalism, the amount of dedication towards what they do is what I was like I couldn't have a better bunch to direct. That is what I kept telling myself while we were filming this. Tolerate की बात तो ये देखो, tolerate क्या करेंगे? Tolerate वाली कोई बात होती नहीं है. Because the thing is, see, like for example, Aasif said she's asking me a lot of questions. Now the thing is, there are people that they wouldn't want people to ask questions. But see, as the way I function, I'm good that you ask me questions, because the thing is, it is it's like a joint effort that you're making a product, yes. Right? It's not something. Yes, you have a vision and all of that, but when these questions are asked, when my actors discuss with me, so the clarity level about the character, about the scene is much more brilliant. Okay, so hence this wouldn't be tolerating. It is something that is just making a product better. So hence वो वाला tolerate वाली बातें नहीं है. और I think we had a very easy, fantastic shoot, and we like more than like काम तो चल ही रहा था. I think we had a lot of fun while shooting.
Yeah.
So that is something that I would really like to want to point out. Yeah, like we had a very happy set. That is what at least I could definitely say. Like I had a lot of smiling faces around me rather than grumpy people walking around on the set. So yeah, so I think we had a good time.
हमारा जो crew है, क्योंकि अभी हम डायरेक्टर के बारे में, एक्टर्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं.
The DOP,
हमारे DOP की पूरी टीम, हमारी लाइट टीम, हमारे एडीज, सारे लोग
So
ऐसे नहीं कि
everybody is
आपको
smiling because
हाँ,
we need smiling people on the set. That is very important.
Wow.
Especially when you're shooting a murder mystery.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Shreya, you are Sachin Pilgaonkar and Supriya Pilgaonkar's daughter, you know. Bachpan se hi, everybody's eyes would be on you as to what career you would choose. And when you chose acting, needless to say, legendary parents' daughter chose acting as their career, as her career. You know, there was, I mean, I'm sure there has been a kind of competition or comparison. You know, not competition, actually comparison. Does that ever get on you? How do you deal with it?
Actually, I did not grow up wanting to be an actor at all, because if I wanted to, I would have started way earlier. Girls today are starting at like 16, 17, you know. Growing up, nobody ever asked me what I wanted to do because I was only into sports. I was a competitive swimmer.
Okay.
So for the first 13 years of my life, everyone assumed I would just, you know, I'm working towards the Olympics or nationals and stuff like that. But I always have varied interests. I love to sing, to dance. I also enjoyed studying. I was very academic. There was a point where I thought I might want to get into civil services. So eventually, I in fact thought it would be too predictable to want to do this. So I think I really did not genuinely think of it. I know a lot of people say that, but in my case, that was true. It was only after learning Kathak and after I'm always interested in the process of filmmaking. So when I started discovering my love for these things, I started doing theatre, and acting happened very organically. And I think that is why my parents realized that this is not something that's happening like for fame or just because I'm taking it for granted. No, I've never come from that entitled space. And I'm actually really proud of that because I feel like I discovered it organically. So there is no pressure because I am not that sort of person also जो मैं दूसरों के थाली में देखती नहीं हूँ. And I think ये मेरा सुपर पावर है कि मैं कभी भी, मुझे ऐसे कभी नहीं लगता कि अरे उसको क्यों ये मिला, मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला. Because मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि दूसरों को कुछ मिलने से मुझे जो मिलने वाला है वो कम नहीं होने वाला है. So I can be happy for other people. And in our profession, which is so uncertain, which is so unpredictable, only talent is not enough. There is a luck factor. I mean, not everyone believes in it, but I believe in it. कि एक वो किस्मत की बात होती है. But you have to keep working hard. So if anything, I mean, the most important gift that I have got from my parents is how to conduct myself in this profession. You know?
Yes.
So there's no competition or anything. It's just with myself.
Wow, well, that is so positive of you. Like really, people should actually learn the idea of positivity, you know, in this profession from you.